my gosh, what an epic prank! Oh my goodness! That is hilarious that you think I would ever disrespect the GOAT, Tien Shinhan! Which, speaking of, reminds me of a story. The story of how Tien Shinhan became the savior of the Dragon Ball universe. I'm also gonna do this all in one take because I have like 20 videos in the back that I gotta finish. So, here we go! Punches, kicks, and clashes send shockwaves into the arena. The crowd and all watching this overwhelming power between these two fighters, Goku and Tien Shinhan. Their battle was fast and fierce, and despite Tien Shinhan's incredibly diverse moveset, amazing technique, and just overall crazy power, it still came close. Too close, as a matter of fact. Tien was overpowered and was heading towards a loss, but luckily, a truck was able to secure Tien the official win. And whether or not you were rooting for Tien or Goku, you were still satisfied with the results. Even Goku and his friends were accepting of the results, because they showed Goku that there was still room to improve and get stronger. Everyone won in their own way, except, funnily enough, the actual winner. Tien was left with a sense of guilt knowing he should have lost, and literally only won because of luck. This really didn't sit right with Tien, and it left a square-shaped hole right where his pride and honor were. Am I really not as strong as I thought I was? Even the thoughts of losing to Child Goku gave him an uneasy feeling. Granted, this was no normal child by any means, but the point still stands. He must dedicate everything he has into becoming a fighter worthy of this win. But before long, a new threat had emerged. Demon King Piccolo. Bum. And since this arc is right after the tournament, he didn't have much time to train or really do anything different, so the story goes about the same as normal. He masters the evil concealment wave and was ready to use it, but he still fell short in battle and was saved by Goku. Now he was certain Goku was stronger, but this only served to give the Triclops a new goal: become the strongest fighter he possibly could be. A brief time skip happens between the 22nd and the 23rd World Tournament, and the main difference being that Tien is training vigorously. And what better way to get stronger than beating yourself up? Yep, just like for Piccolo, this proves to be a great training method. Every day, Tien goes out with Chaozu and continues his training, day in and day out, 24/7. With Chaozu even practicing his telekinesis on Tien, to give him a harder time to train. So it kind of is like his own little gravity chamber. Obviously not as strong, but still proves to be beneficial to his strength. So now the 23rd Budokai takes place, and this is where big changes start to occur. It's the semifinals, Tien versus Goku. Winner of this match goes on to fight Piccolo Jr. Which honestly, he just wants to fight Goku whether he wins or not. But the battle begins, and both know not to underestimate the other. They both charge in at full speed, already leaving the arena and taking it straight to the sky. At first they clash with their punches, until Tien gains the upper hand and delivers a fierce kick, sending him flying further into the air. He follows it up with a ki blast, which Goku knocks away, but not knowing Tien was right there, headbutting him and swiftly knocking him back down. Tien lands on the ground, watching as Goku emerges from the crater he was just sent in. Then Goku drops all of his whoa! Then Goku drops all of his weighted clothes. Okay, typo. Anyways, now with Goku completely unshackled by the extra weight, the battle is starting to become very reminiscent of the last Budokai match. They go hit for hit, band for band, and bruise for bruise, although this one has become a lot more lethal. And after a while of clashing with each other, they both land devastating hits, leaving the other one dazed. Despite being bloody and bruised, their fiery passion for fighting burns brighter. They continue striking and launching at each other with extreme speed that the audience can't even catch up. Throughout the battle, it's not very clear who has the advantage. It keeps switching between person to person just as fast as their punches. Goes back and forth just as fast as their punches go. They go back and forth just as fast as their punches. Boom! Until Tien lands the final blow on Goku, knocking him straight down long enough for the 10 count timer to expire. The crowd cheers for the great battle, especially a certain blonde lady in the audience. Goku and Tien shake hands, exchanging their respect for one another and promising to fight again. That was another great match, Tien. I almost had you there. It sure was, Goku. At least the truck didn't help me win this time. As they announced who was going to be in the finals, a certain aura farming Piccolo became enraged. His whole purpose here was to exact his revenge on Goku, and now he wasn't even going to see him in the finals? With an enraged yell, Piccolo leaps onto the battle floor, and without a second thought, he charges towards the injured Goku, manages to block the first attack, but quickly gets overwhelmed and gets sent flying out of the arena. The crowd also panicking as this happened, and they all seem to leave except for one. The announcer rushes in saying, "Hey, that isn't who you're supposed to fight!" Then quickly gets discarded just like Hercule. But in that time, the gang catches up to Goku to devise a plan. Catching us off guard's a pretty cowardly move. We can't beat him head on like this. Then an idea emerges. What if Goku was locked in the hyperbolic time chain? No. What if Goku was able to hold Piccolo down for long enough to get sealed away? They all agree upon that idea since Goku's the one that Piccolo wants. He's going to be distracting him while Tien goes in for the evil concealment wave. There we go. They both would much prefer a one-on-one with him, but since they're both very injured, there really isn't any other option. So with the plan now set in motion, Goku leaps onto the battlefield, still injured, but ready to fight.
Surprised to see me?
Piccolo then gives a snarky laugh as to make fun of Goku returning to his demise. He then sends out a mouth beam which Goku narrowly avoids, and without a second thought, Piccolo launches his arm towards Goku and drags him closer. Goku's counter? He bites him. And while this exchange goes on, Tien gets into position, waiting for the proper time to absorb him. Or capture him, whatever the right terminology is. Continuing, Goku continues to wear down Piccolo, but in return, he receives a massive beating. To scratches, to flesh wounds, to just straight up blunt hits, he's getting torn apart. And to escape before it gets too deadly, he quickly launches a foot Kamehameha and flings himself into the air. But before he could get far into the sky, he gets grabbed and binded too tightly and is unable to move. Goku then turns and opens his eyes to reveal a giant version of Piccolo Jr.
I'll enjoy breaking you.
As quickly as Piccolo Jr. heard the words Concealment Ray, he was already trapped in a ninja air fryer. Goku then falls into the ground, being freed from his bone-crushing bind. Tien then walks over to Goku, thanking him for saving the world from Piccolo once again. Goku, with a heavy breath, responds faintly with a "Anything for the world champ." They all share a laugh and a little bit of internal bleeding. But the world is once again saved and enters a period of peace. For a while. Boom! This started as an April Fool's joke, but the more I started writing it and the more I started imagining it in my head, I was like, wait, this is kind of good. I'm getting kind of invested, but this is already way too long. Plus, I haven't uploaded in like a bajillion years, so here's this. Let me know if you want me to continue this series, because low-key it could be pretty fun. I'm gonna make more videos, trust. I'm gonna post them. But that's it for now, so hope you all enjoyed this April Fool's thing. So hopefully we'll see you soon. Peace!